The film opens with a flashback to 2011, Rio de Janeiro. We see the climax of Fast Five from a new perspective. Hernan Reyes, the drug lord, is speaking to his son, Dante Reyes, telling him that a man must never accept death when suffering is owed. We then see the familiar heist, where Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor tow the massive bank vault through the bridge. However, the camera shifts to show Dante in one of the chase vehicles. As Dom swings the vault to smash the pursuers, Dante's car is knocked off the bridge. He falls into the water, screaming as he watches his father executed by Luke Hobbs on the bridge above. Dante survives, staring up with a look of pure vengeance. Cut to the present day in Los Angeles. Dom is teaching his son, Little B, how to do donuts in the emptiness of a parking lot, establishing their bond. They return to the Toretto house for a classic family barbecue. Han, Roman, Tej, and Ramsey are there. They discuss a new mission in Rome that the agency has assigned them. Dom and Letty are confused because they didn't receive any orders. While the team leaves for Rome, Dom stays behind. That night, a wounded Cypher arrives at Dom's front door. She is bleeding and reveals that a new enemy, Dante, has turned her own technology against her. She warns Dom that Dante isn't trying to kill him yet. He wants to make him suffer by hurting his family. The Rome mission is a trap. Dom and Letty rush to Rome to intercept the team. Meanwhile, in Rome, Roman, Tej, Han, and Ramsey are in a truck, preparing for what they think is a heist to steal a valuable computer chip. Roman is in charge and feeling confident. As they initiate the plan, Dom and Letty arrive on motorcycles and radio them to abort, revealing the setup. It's too late. The truck they hijacked doesn't contain a chip, it contains a massive spherical neutron bomb. Dante, watching from a nearby hilltop, triggers the trap. The bomb is released from the truck and begins rolling through the streets of Rome like a giant bowling ball, crushing everything in its path. The sequence turns into a high-speed pursuit. Dom and the team try to herd the bomb away from the Vatican. The bomb catches fire, accelerating its timer. In a desperate move, Dom drives his Dodge Charger into the rolling bomb, knocking it off its course just as it reaches the Vatican. It rolls into the Tiber River and detonates, causing a massive shockwave, but sparing the city from nuclear fallout. In the chaos, Letty is arrested by the authorities. The rest of the team, Roman, Tej, Han, and Ramsey, escape into the sewers, but are now framed as terrorists. Back in the US, the agency has a new leader, Ames. He is a pragmatist who believes the family is a liability. He meets with Tess, Mr. Nobody's daughter, and shows her the footage of the Rome bombing, blaming Dom. Tess doesn't believe it and goes rogue to help Dom. The narrative fractures into several storylines. Jakob Toretto, Dom's brother, arrives at the Toretto house in LA just as agency operatives attack to kidnap Little B. He fights them off in a brutal close-quarters combat sequence inside the house. He rescues Little B and they escape in an old car. Jakob realizes they need to stay off the grid, so they embark on a road trip to a secret rendezvous point in Portugal, bonding over music and repairs along the way. Meanwhile, Dom travels to Rio de Janeiro, the source of Dante's rage, to find answers. He meets the local street racers and finds Diogo. He also meets Isabel, a street racer who turns out to be the sister of Elena, Little B's biological mother. Dante arrives, flamboyant and threatening, and challenges Dom to a race. It's a classic four-car street race: Dom, Dante, Diogo, and Isabel. During the race, Dante reveals he has rigged Diogo and Isabel's cars with explosives. He taunts Dom, forcing him to choose who to save. Dom rams Isabel's car to knock the bomb loose, saving her, but he cannot save Diogo, who is killed in the explosion. Dante wins the race and gloats, proving he is always one step ahead. Simultaneously, Roman, Tej, Han, and Ramsey arrive in London. They discover their bank accounts have been drained by Dante. Desperate for equipment, they visit a shipping container yard to find Deckard Shaw.
After a brief misunderstanding and fight, Shaw agrees to give them gear but leaves to protect his own mother upon hearing Dante is targeting families. The team prepares to fly to Portugal to back up Dom. In a black site prison in Antarctica, Letty wakes up in a medical bay. She finds Cypher is her cellmate. They realize the facility is automated and they must work together to escape. A fight breaks out between them, but they eventually declare a truce to hack the system and break out into the frozen wasteland. Back in Rio de Janeiro, Ames and his agency team track Dom down. They arrest him on a bridge, the same bridge where Dante's father died. As they're transporting Dom, Dante ambushes the convoy with rocket launchers. Dom's captors are killed, and Ames is pinned down. Dom saves Ames, and the two form a temporary alliance to survive the shootout. Tess arrives to help, but is injured by a sniper. Dante steals the God Eye device from Tess, giving him the ability to track Little B anywhere. He realizes Jakob has the boy in Portugal. Dom and Ames fly to Portugal to intercept Dante. The climax begins on a highway. Jakob is driving a cannon-equipped car with Little B hidden in the back. Dante's mercenaries surround them. Dom arrives in his Charger, airdropped from Ames' plane onto the highway. A massive vehicular battle ensues. Dante manages to snatch Little B from Jakob's car. Jakob, realizing his car's fuel line is ruptured and he can't escape, decides to clear a path for Dom. In a moment of self-sacrifice, he launches his car into the air, flipping it upside down and crashing into the cluster of enemy vehicles, killing himself in a massive explosion to destroy the blockade. Enraged, Dom chases Dante. Dante drives onto a massive dam. He has two helicopters harpooning his car to lift it off the road. Dom activates his NOS, yanking the helicopters down and smashing them into Dante's convoy. In the chaos, he maneuvers his car to knock Dante's vehicle, allowing Little B to jump from Dante's car onto Dom's hood. Dom and Little B are now trapped on top of the dam. A large cargo plane arrives carrying Roman, Tej, Han, and Ramsey. They are ready to rescue Dom. Suddenly, the plane is hit by a missile and crashes into the mountain. The camera reveals Ames holding the rocket launcher. Ames shrugs, revealing he has been working with Dante since the very beginning. He was the second partner in the flashback to 2011. Dom is now alone on the dam with his son, trapped between Ames's forces and a tanker truck that Dante has driven to the other side. Dante triggers the truck to explode. With no room to drive forward or backward, Dom drives directly off the edge of the dam. The car plummets hundreds of feet down the concrete face of the dam, outracing the fireball from the tanker explosion above. They crash into the water at the bottom, surviving. Dante, standing at the top of the dam, looks down and smiles. He pushes a button, rigging the entire structure of the dam with explosives. The water begins to burst through the cracks. The screen cuts to black, leaving Dom and Little B's fate unknown. The film cuts briefly to Antarctica. Letty and Cypher have trekked to the edge of the ice shelf. A massive submarine breaks through the ice surface. The hatch opens, and Giselle, who was presumed dead years ago, emerges looking down at them. In a mid-credit scene, a team of masked operatives infiltrates an abandoned theater. The leader picks up a ringing phone. It is Dante on the line. Dante tells him that while Dom drove the car, this man was the one who pulled the trigger that killed his father. The leader takes off his mask, revealing Luke Hobbs. Hobbs crushes the phone and says, "I ain't hard to find."